Hello friends, welcome to Tathya YouTube channel. Let's begin. Let's talk about the resignation of President Richard Nixon on 8th August. So in 1974, Richard Nixon announced his resignation as the 37th President of the United States. This made him the first US president to resign from public office. This resignation was a direct result of the Watergate scandal. The scandal involved a break-in in the DNC headquarters. Subsequent cover-up efforts were made by the Nixon administration, which led to a massive political and legal crisis in USA. Facing certain impeachment and removal from office, Nixon eventually chose to resign. So let's look at the sequence of events which took place leading up to President Nixon's resignation. So the Watergate scandal broke in on June 17, 1972. Five men were arrested for breaking into DNC headquarters at Watergate Complex in Washington, D.C. This was part of a larger campaign of political espionage and sabotage. The sabotage included, which was conducted on behalf of President Nixon's re-election campaign. The White House initially dismissed this incident as a third-rate burglary. So the next step was the Watergate cover-up, which took place in the late 1972. Nixon and his top aides allegedly attempted to cover up the administration's involvement. They allegedly provided hush money to burglars and instructed CIA to obstruct FBI's investigation. This cover-up became a central issue in America as it implicated high-ranking officials, including President Nixon, in a conspiracy to obstruct justice. So the Senate Watergate Committee, the U.S. Senate established a special committee to investigate the Watergate scandal on February 7, 1973. They televised hearings which began on May 1973, which brought the scandal into national spotlight. The hearings revealed significant evidence of wrongdoings. It included former White House counsel John Dean, whose testimony implicated Nixon directly in the cover-up. The existence of the White House tapes on July 16, 1973. It was revealed during Senate hearings that Nixon had a secret taping system in Oval Office. The tapes were seen as a crucial evidence in determining Nixon's involvement. The discovery of tapes was a turning point in an investigation. It led to a protracted legal battle over their release. On October 20th, 1973, the Saturday Night Massacre, Nixon ordered firing of Special Prosecutor Archibald Cox, who was investigating the Watergate scandal. This led to the resignation of Attorney General Elliot Richardson and Deputy Attorney General William Ruckelshaus, who refused to carry out Nixon's orders. This event severely damaged Nixon's credibility and led to public outrage across the United States. This also intensified calls for Nixon's impeachment. The US versus Nixon on July 24, 1974. The US Supreme Court ruled unanimously that Nixon must release tapes to special prosecutor. The ruling reaffirmed the principle in USA that not even the president is above the law. The tapes provided clear-cut evidence that Nixon had ordered the cover-up. The smoking gun tape, August 5, 1974. Nixon released the smoking gun tape, a recording from June 23, 1972. It was revealed he had ordered FBI to halt the investigation into the Watergate scandal. The tape provided irrefutable evidence of Nixon's involvement in the cover-up. This led to the collapse of his political support across the nation. Nixon's resignation eventually came on August 8, 1974. Facing certain impeachment, he announced his resignation in the televised address to the nation. Resignation had marked end of one of the most tumultuous periods in the American political history. Vice President Gerald Ford was sworn in as the President of the United States on August 9, 1974. Post-resignation of Nixon, the pardon and legacy on September 8, 1974, in a controversial decision, President Gerald Ford issued a full pardon to Nixon for any crimes he might have committed while in office. This was highly controversial and led to widespread criticism of President Ford among the general public. Ford defended this decision as necessary to help the nation heal. So these were the sequence of events which led up to the designation of President Nixon. Thank you so much, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.